Hey guys, I'm Porcelain Piggy, and today we're gonna revisit the All American Toy Show. It did happen back in August, so I'm a little late. I did go on the second day, that's August 17th, and it was $10 to enter, and right off the bat, I saw Kirby. This is one of my favorite shows out there because even though you do have to pay for entrance and parking, which is a little disheartening at times, you do find some really amazing pieces and they carry all kinds of stuff. So you will find everything from clothing to paper goods to just like car models, sewing machine models. They have it here. And if you're looking for something in particular or you're just kind of looking around to see if maybe something will catch your eye, you might get a really good deal. I know that at least the 90s and 80s Barbies are usually a really good price here. And I always get some nice eye candy with all these beautiful stripes. So if you're just kind of there to learn about certain brands and certain toys that you collected for a while, this is a great place to do it because the sellers are willing to talk to you and teach you about it because they're as passionate for the items as you are. Sometimes you stumble into collections that you're like, wow, like I didn't even know this was like a thing or a collection, or I never even given enough thought to it. So it's really fun to see what are some of the items for sale and the pricing of some of the items as well. So you're kind of like, as a collector, I feel like it's such a place to educate yourself about certain products and also to meet new people and connect with them because a lot of the sellers repeat. They'll come back the following year and then you'll kind of know who to look for and whose booth to keep an eye on. And sometimes you'll just miss the person that you really like to purchase from, like the Stife lady. The Stife lady that was there in January, she was no longer here. And I was kind of sad because I was ready to purchase a couple of other bears. One of the things I've noticed is that some of the sellers like to have the same booths from the previous show, or like the same location of booths from the previous show. And one of them is this guy that he's always like in the same area of the entire venue. And he has some amazing DC pieces that I had never seen before. While looking around, I found a pretty pony. She still winked, her ear moved, her tail moved, but she was melted on the other side, so I had to skip. But $25 was a pretty good price. I'm still keeping an eye on one, but I kind of want it in like 100% pristine condition. Like so into looking at the booths, then I realized I'm like, wait, this is my friends from Toys of the Universe Torrance. What? And they always have really cool kaiju items that they exclusively bring out for this event. I've noticed this because every time I end up buying one of their kaiju items that they bring out only for this event. So it's really fun to see all the stuff that they're kind of holding back on and they're only exclusively available. One of those things was a Furby. I found one and bought it for just $10. Thank you guys. I'm so happy. Although I do own him already, I just couldn't say no to a baby in the wild. And honestly, I was in such a good mood after finding the Furby. I didn't realize when I did this. I saw the Furby. It opened up my eyes and saw the hillbilly panda. So apparently, I had been singing while recording this video about finding a Furby. And believe me, that was not the only clip, but that's the only one I'm going to share with you guys because I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my gosh, I was literally singing this while recording and interacting with people at the show. Well, I was full of joy, okay? It was straight up joy at this point. So by this point, it had been about like 2 hours that I have been in the show, and I had still not finished seeing everything. I was slowly going through. You have to make like a meticulous plan to make sure you see every single booth. I mean, even when you see it once, you might miss something because, sellers always keep things under, they might bring stuff out, or you might just be so focused on other things that you might miss something that you are actually looking for. At this point, it was time to wrap up my last round on the floor and make my way back to the stage. Because the stage also holds a lot of other sellers and it kind of gives you a nice view of all the other booths. It's always so difficult to be focused on your way back or where you're going when there's so many amazing booths around. But we finally made it to the top of the stage and you get to see the maze that we were just navigating. And the stage was no different. It was a little maze of its own, crammed with amazing sellers selling all kinds of paper goods. One of the things that I gravitated to was this animation, cells, and drawings from shows. And for the very first time in my itty bitty life is that I get to see drawings of Scooby-Doo that were actually used in the shows and in the movies. It was so exciting. I'm a very big Scooby-Doo fan, so seeing that was like full circle. I was so starstruck after seeing the Scooby-Doo cells that I almost missed the booth of a couple of our friends. But Retro Butter caught me and guided me right into their booth. And believe me, Astro Base Zero was doing a great job at selling me this gorgeous puppet. I really hope we find a home because I'm really tempted to reach out to see if they still have it. Because, oh my gosh, I really wanted it. And I decided I was just going to kind of video around and show you guys some of the really cool stuff that they have available for sale. And don't forget, they do have an Instagram, so you can always reach out to them. Sometimes I know Astro Base Zero does sales on his Instagram as well. I had decided I was only going to dig for the video. But that's easier said than done, because once I started digging, I began to see a couple of things I liked. And it's really dangerous, guys. If you try to dig through their little $5 bins, you're gonna find something you want. And I did. I found this super cool Vegeta from Burger King, and I ended up snatching it right on the spot. Then, as I was making my way out of the venue, I did find discarded Barbie items. I didn't need any of them, but I did have to look just to make sure they weren't super amazing finds. After that, I made my way out of the venue and got ready to go get some lunch. So don't forget, guys, that next show will be in January 17th through the 18th. I'll be attending on the 18th, so I hope to see you there. See you next time!